Okay, my name is Kyle Fidakis. I'm just doing the questions on the sheet of the paper for the lab. The first one asks me to, I already have a previous video of what happens with 5. I'll go ahead and put 5 down. Let me end this one first. Save that. And then there is no breakpoints besides the beginning and the loop, so we're just going to get the answer. It's asking for what's in R4 and what's in R5 after I run the program. So we're starting it, and now we're done with it. And at the end of the program, the hexadecimal value of 5 is in R4, and then R5, which is the X value, has 308, and this one should be the hexadecimal. This is the same thing, with the hexadecimal value of that. So that's what I put it down for 3B. For 3C, it wants me to put in 6 as the decimal. So we'll go ahead and do that. Save it. Go ahead. Debug it. While it gets moving. I wrote down that my R4 will be the hexadecimal value for 6, which is 0x0006. And my R5 is going to be in hexadecimal value 06D4, which in decimal is 11,828. We should see the decimal value right here, the hexadecimal value. Okay, we'll see what goes on. So that's the decimal value. And since these are the same things, I'm going to just turn that to hex. So 06D4, that's the hexadecimal value of this number, which is the X value. And this is the F value. But it's still 6 even after the whole process. And now we're going to go ahead to D3, or 3D, sorry, and put in a -7. And this is where the absolute function will come into play. This one will be activated, jump down to here, and it'll invert R5, and it'll be the hexadecimal value for I think 6, and then we're going to increment it so we get 7. So we'll go through that real quick before we finish the whole program. Okay, any minute now. Alright, so we're going to get to the top program. We are going to put -7. That's what -7 looks like in hexadecimal value. Decimal value, obviously, that doesn't look like 7, but the way it works, that's just how it works. And then we can also look it into binary. And you got all these ones and stuff like that. It's really cool. So that's kind of like, this is the inverted. If you could say this is technically -7 in binary, because if all these ones were zeros and all these zeros were ones, you would have, I believe, a 7, right? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. You would have 6. My bad, you'd have a 6. And then that's when we increment it in the absolute thing. So we're going to go ahead and go through this a little bit. I'm going to clear these registers. And we're going to hit this call. We're going to test R5. We're going to jump if it's a negative number, which it is. So we're going to jump to 2's compl. We're going to invert it. and inverting it turns into 6. So that, you know, that turned to 1, that turned to 1, those all turn to 0, and then we increment it 7. And then we're going to go ahead and do the whole thing. And after that, we get, this is our, let's turn this back to decimal. So that's our negative 7, kind of. But we'll turn it, we'll turn it to hexadecimal. So that's what it asks us, the hexadecimal value. Of negative 7. Then an R5, this will be the R5. That's our X value. So after we inverted it to positive 7, this is what we kind of get here. And then R7 is, the F value. And then for 3E, I believe that the maximum value A can be is 8, because after you put 8 through the factorial, you get a number like 92,000 something something. And the max value that a byte can hold is FFFF, which translates to decimal as 65,535 is what I wrote. 8 is bigger than that, so we're not going to have enough space. And 7 is the only one that comes close to that, but it's still within the realm of those F's. And as we saw, it was 11,828. So those are my answers I have in my paper. Take a copy of it and send it to you guys. Thank you so much.